Hello, my name is Lola Carey with Lola Carey Realtor Group, powered by On Demand Realty. And today we come to you with a golden key for senior citizen. And this is my mortgage partner.
Rhonda Hutchison. I'm Rhonda Hutchison. I'm the broker owner of Envision Home Lending, and I am a reverse mortgage specialist. So I'm here to share some knowledge with you today. And Lola, thank you for having me today because I'm excited about being able to share and for us to give some information to our viewers and our community out there. And you said senior citizens, but we're going to call them just our seniors, our golden age.
Our golden age.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I like that golden age.
Yes.
And you know what? I have a mom that is in the golden age. I'm in the golden age. I got 1 year before I'm the golden age. 62. I believe that's the criteria.
Well, you want to know what I think the golden age, and I think it's really over 55, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, I'm past that.
We've been in the golden age for a minute. You know what? But that's all right. We shining bright.
Like a diamond.
So listen, you know what? I have a mom too that's in her senior age and enjoying life. And I am too.
Yes.
You know, I'm getting ready to hit that big 60. So, but we're living our best life and we want to make sure that we share that with you. So we want to make sure that you jump on board and share and be able to live your best life now after the age of 55 and on up. But we have some exciting things to share with you for those over 62 years of age.
Yes.
And I'm excited to be here to share that.
So today we're going to do general information. This right here is the start of the golden age. And I have a couple of questions for Ms. Rhonda.
Okay.
The first question is, because this is what a lot of senior citizens have a problem with. They really don't understand reverse mortgage. And we're not talking about reverse mortgage today. We're talking about reverse purchase mortgage. So that said, can you tell us the difference between reverse purchase mortgage and reverse mortgage?
Okay. And what it is called a HECM, which is a home equity conversion mortgage, but it's reverse for purchase. It's a reverse mortgage, it's an umbrella. And then we have the HECM, which is where you take money out of your home to stay in your home. But today we're talking about reverse for purchase, where you're actually taking the funds from the sale of your property and buying a new property. And the key is no monthly payment.
What? Yeah, no month. Wait a minute. Okay, so when you say no monthly payment, are you saying I do not have to pay a monthly payment?
You do not have to pay a monthly payment.
Wow.
You're only responsible for your property taxes and your insurance and any upkeep on the property. And of course, if there are HOA fees, that you'll have to be responsible for them, but there's no principal or interest in a reverse mortgage. The equity in your home stands in place of a monthly payment.
You know, another myth that is going on in today's world is I don't own my home once I do the reverse mortgage or the reverse purchase mortgage, if I'm saying that correctly.
You know what? We know what you're talking about. Yes,
okay.
Sam, you say that correctly. That is a myth. That's absolutely a myth, where the bank owns your home or the servicer owns your home once you have a reverse mortgage. A reverse for purchase, because it's all, we'll just say, today we're talking, when you hear us say reverse mortgage, reverse for purchase, we're talking about the same thing. But you do still own your home. You still have all the rights. You're still owner of the home. It's just that it's the reverse for purchase. The funds that you use for reverse for purchase is in what we called, it's like a lien. It's a lien on your property. That's exactly what it is. And that needs to be paid off upon your death, or you no longer your primary residence, of course. Okay. And of course that includes death, right? But what it is that, no, the bank does not own your home. The deed, the transfer title does not change. It's just a second lien that's placed on the property and it's due upon your death or no longer primary residence. So ownership does not happen. You does not change.
Okay, so another question I have is, what is the age requirement?
Oh, good question. Thank you for that. And the age requirement, you have to be at least 62 years of age to participate in the reverse mortgage, in that umbrella, whatever that is, reverse for purchase. But you have to be at least 62 years of age. And what the crazy thing about, and I guess in the state of Texas, and we may have our audience that's not in Texas, but in the state of Texas, is that both seniors have to be at least 62 years of age if you're married to be eligible home to be an eligible participant in the program.
So if I'm 61 and my husband is 62, do we have to wait until we both 62?
Yes, yes, and there's a window. I think it's 4 to 6 months where before your next birthday that you still can participate. They do give you a window, but you both have to be 62, and that's a Texas rule. That is not a community property state rule. It's a Texas rule that you both have to be 62 to be an eligible spouse.
Oh, okay. So I'm not married, so I don't have to worry about that.
No, you don't have to worry about that. Don't tell nobody but me either.
Okay, so the next question is income. How much money do I have to make?
Well, the income is it is, and when I want to say it's not income driven, but you have to be able to show that you can pay your property taxes and insurance, because remember that it's the principal interest. There's no principal interest, but you're still responsible for your property taxes and your insurance. And then they also want to make sure that you can have your make sure that you're able to maintain the quality of life, like, get your medicine, pay for your food. So there's a financial assessment that is done to make sure you have enough income to support those things. If you do not, does not mean you can't qualify. What they would do is take a portion of your reverse mortgage funds and pay your property taxes and insurance for you.
Oh, okay. So they'll set up something like an escrow account?
It's definitely an escrow account.
Okay. That's good to know. And then what about my credit?
Credit. Okay. Good question. No, great question. Now, credit is not a disqualifying factor, but what you would have on your credit makeup does matter. For instance, if you have some derogatory credit, let's say some judgment, some collections, or some recent lates, and we're saying within the last 12 to 24 months, it does not automatically disqualify you, but they will require you to have what we call a LESA. It's LESA, which is a life expectancy set aside, which again, they'll take a portion of your funds, which is going to reduce your funds, but they'll put it in an escrow account and pay your property and taxes for you because they feel like you're a financial risk. But again, it does not disqualify you because you may have some derogatory credit, but it would lessen the proceeds that you'll receive because they have to do a LESA.
Okay, so when I sell my current home for the purchase reverse, they take part of that money and put it in an escrow account.
And that's going to be based on your new home.
Okay, so the next year, I haven't sold the home. Mm-hmm. I'm already in the home. How do they collect the escrow account at that time?
Don't forget, this is for your new home.
Okay.
So we're not talking about the property taxes for your current home. That's what we call the home equity conversion mortgage, where you stay in the home.
Okay.
But when the one for purchase, all of that is going to be based on your next home. If you have derogatory credit, that they're going to require you to pay your property. They're going to require for them, the servicer, to pay your property taxes and insurance for you on your new home. But that amount is going to be reduced to put on your new home. So that's going to require you to bring more money to the table. So it's good to not have, none of us want to have derogatory credit,
yes,
but we want to make sure that we're in a great credit position, but it does not disqualify you. You may just have to bring more to the table.
So if I don't have any credit issue, how's my escrow account set up?
Then you can pay your property tax and insurance for you. It's not taken out of your proceeds.
Oh, really?
But
now that's good news.
Yeah, but you know what? But some people like for the escrows, for your accounts to be escrowed and not be responsible for that for you still have that option. But if you need a LESA and you have derogatory credit, it's required. Okay. If you don't, it's optional.
So if I don't have any credit issue and I want it set up where it's automatic in my account, how do I do that?
Yes, the servicer, you just before we close, you just let them know you want your property taxes and insurance to be escrowed.
Okay.
Simple as that. Yeah. Just like a regular mortgage, when you're buying a home and you're putting at least 20% down if it's conventional, and they'll ask you when 20%, you don't have to escrow if you put 20% or more. And then they'll ask you, do you want to pay your property taxes and insurance in your mortgage, or you want to pay it outside?
And that's the next question. How much money do I have to put down?
It depends. For your new home?
Yeah, for the new home.
Okay, it depends on what we call the PLF, principal limit factor.
Okay.
And that's based on your age, your property value of your new home.
Okay.
Okay, and then the interest rate, and that determines how much you have to put down on your new home, because the PL factor is how much reverse mortgage you get in your home. The remaining is what you have to bring to the table based on the sale of your property. So of course, the older you are, the more money you get from a reverse mortgage, the less you have to bring to the table.
Wow, that's amazing. And the other question I have is, for this down payment, do I have to get a pre-existing home or a new construction home?
Either or. That's the great thing about it.
Oh,
new
okay.
home is new home. Yes.
So now, new home doesn't mean new construction. It just means a different home.
Different home. Right. Exactly. Okay. Now, if we're talking about where you have to, the land, and we're talking about a new construction, and I guess that's a difference. Do the real estate. I know it's a difference between a community and then where you're getting the land and you're building. But if you're getting the land and you're building, that's a different story. But if you're going into a community where you get to pick out, they have a floor plan, you pick from 5 floor plans, you pick out your lots. Yes, that does qualify you with a reverse for purchase.
Okay. And the last question for today is, what type of properties can I get? Can I get a townhome? Can I get a mobile home, a manufacturing home? What kind of property can I purchase?
Yes, you can. You can't get a mobile home, because there's a difference between a mobile home and a manufactured home. Yes. Because the manufactured home is stable. It's on, I guess, what we call solid foundation. Is not movable.
A slab.
Yeah, it's not movable. Right. But yes, townhomes, condos, primary property, manufactured homes, yes, those qualify.
Wow. So today is the end of this podcast, and we will be bringing you another one next week. So stay tuned, because we have more information for you. And if you have any question, feel free to give me a call at 469-570-2019. Again, my name is Lola Carey, and my number is 469-570-2019.
And of course, if you have any questions about reverse mortgage, reverse for purchase, a HECM, which is a home equity conversion mortgage, contact me. My name is Rhonda Hutchison. Once again, my number is 214-856-3747, or you can email me at Rhonda@envision, ENVISION, lender, LENDER.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have.
Well, thank you for coming today, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.